Доброго времени суток всем зрителям канала. Меня зовут Марина, и мы продолжаем играть в игру Игра престолов от Telltale Games. Играем мы за... как ее я забыла. Мира Форрестер, по-моему, да? Ну, фамилия точно Форрестер. В общем, эта девушка, она прислуга. Я не совсем поняла, где. Здесь столько всяких мест, столько всяких, скажем, каких-то, не знаю, или королевств, или государств, которые разным людям принадлежат. В общем, ладно, давайте разбираться. Это по-прежнему первый эпизод первого сезона. Давайте осматриваться. Пока нам здесь все незнакомо. Амулет, сделанный из железного ствола.
Ethan made this for me.
Скучает по семье. Брошу с Хайгарденом.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Юнгайская монета.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Короче, это наши вещи здесь лежат. Незаконченное письмо. Интересно почитать о чем-то.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Понятно, отцу письмо не дописал. Готовится свадьба у этой леди Маргари. Это, видимо, наша леди, в общем, которой мы прислуживаем. Старая пыльная книга.
Wonders Made by Man by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Вообще, капец, это так уныло все.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Все мысли о доме. Все мысли о семье. Письмо от матери.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Для этого, наверное, ее и отправили туда, чтобы она помогла семье. Там стучится.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Окей.
Later would be best.
Of course.
Позже, так попозже. Что-то странно обращаются все. Вот она вроде служанка, он миледи. То есть она для кого-то служанка, для кого-то она миледи.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk.
Вот это тоже для нее леди,
Come.
наверное, а для кого-то
There's something we
служанка.
must discuss.
Ранги такие прям, не знаю. Пока для меня все запутано очень. Но это та самая леди Маргари, вот, с которой мы прислуживаем. И у которой, видимо, скоро свадьба.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I cannot apologize, my lady. I'm not a traitor.
I know you're not, but you must find a way to appease her.
Понятно.
Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Унижаться, короче говоря, придется.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Такие двери тяжелые. Че сверлишь?
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Чувствую, сейчас нужно очень внимательно выбирать,
Good
что
luck.
говорить. Хотя о чем речь пойдет, я, честно говоря, не очень понимаю. Чего они хотят? Не знаю, хотела прям несколько эпизодов пройти, чем больше, тем лучше, но что-то не знаю. Первый сейчас надо пройду и спать пойду. Довольно длинные эпизоды получается. Ну, не знаю, как остальные, но это нормальный такой.
You can do this.
Of course. Идем. О, этот маленький, смотрите, который вот этого я знаю. Я видела в рекламе сериала по телевизору. Я еще в первой серии говорила про него.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
Лорд Тирион.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Преклоните колено. Я не знаю, опустим
I am
голову.
honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
А, вот оно что.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She
Наша
is.
верность
House
непоколебима.
Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Были
They
наши
were the wardens of the
хранители.
north. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
The girl did say their loyalty was unwavering.
She has a talent for equivocation, yet I question what she really thinks. Is your
Она
house willing to
заступается.
swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who
А,
killed
он
my
убил
father.
отца. А, ну да, правильно. Ой, я, короче, вообще
Old
запуталась.
allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war
Столько
is over,
имен.
we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Да,
Yes, Your
вообще.
Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Я
Yes, Your
всё.
Grace. I would do anything.
Да, ей нравятся мои ответы.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the wall? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Я отвечать должна.
I
Я
won't
не
judge her,
стану
Your Grace.
судить.
I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without
Да,
ever
это
holding
точно.
an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question.
Go on.
Буду
I would
на
be true
королю.
to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your
Да, ей
priorities
это
straight.
определенно не понравилось.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in
точно.
all of King's Landing.
Он прикольный, кстати.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging.
Да, она опасная.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Блин, а
Of
теперь...
course, Your Grace.
Ой, Маргари нас будет зуб точить. Ну, а что надо было отвечать? Я сказала то, что...
I'll walk
Она
you
же
out.
говорила, что я должна говорить. Все, чтобы ей
This may come as a
понравилось.
surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the
Спасибо.
best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly
Я
entertaining.
пыталась...
I was trying to appease her.
I think that was clear to everyone. My sister and I have our
Да, это
differences.
брат и сестра.
She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard.
Вы
Not
можете
her.
помочь?
You can help my family.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's
Да,
a risk I'm willing
готова.
to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them
Спасибо
makes
вам.
me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Ой, блин. Короче, я вообще даже не знаю, что думать, хорошо или плохо, все. Ладно. Время покажет.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
Не очень.
It didn't go very well. I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jamie.
Тебе
I
не все ли
wouldn't mind
равно?
tarnishing that white cloak of his. Sarah, what? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
Положи
Put it
обратно.
back. We're just having a bit of fun. It's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
Вот что ты хочешь?
Although,
Понятно.
marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well, which is more than you can say for his mother. I'd
Ради
marry
семьи.
anyone if it helped my family. Right, of course. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Смешно.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well?
Просто
Sarah?
We're
веселились.
sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Слава богу. Только не ты.
I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Нельзя
People are
угодить
not
всем.
always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly.
Ладно, хоть что-то мы
You were
сказали,
brave
что ей
agreeing to
нравится.
obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Попросить. Давайте попросим, что нет. Она к нам неплохо вроде относится.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Сомневаюсь, что ей стоит доверять. Она
It's
какая-то, не
about
знаю,
my family.
взбалмошная, что ли.
I trust her.
Нет, наедине. Давай наедине будем говорить.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
Я ей не доверяю. Не в том плане, что она какая-то злая, там, может специально нагадить. А просто такая, не знаю, не подумавшая,
Go
что-то
on.
разляпнуть.
Ask.
Матери нужна помощь.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
Я умоляю.
Please, Lady Marjorie, I beg of you. I fear for my family's safety.
Иначе дома случится беда.
I
Чувствую.
don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Король безумный.
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Ну, это тоже
Very well. I'll
рискует
make
же,
your
да?
request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Мало ли будущему мужу что-то не понравится, и все. Не быть ей королевой. О, опять загадка. Королевский тракт, волчий лес. За него как-то мне интереснее играть было.
Seven hells.
О, жесть. Они там издеваются над кем-то.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Да капец.
Not my best work, unfortunately.
А что
I
делать?
suppose I have fallen out of practice.
Смотреть просто.
But he didn't make it easy. What with all that bloody noise?
Like a drowning cat.
О,
I thought he'd
кран
never stop.
краснеет.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these Forresters?
А, это эти, которые как раз таки едут к Форрестерам на разборки. Это Болтоны, да, наверное? Ну, вот этот, наверное, Болтон.
A day, my lord. Two at most.
What was that?
Капец.
My lord?
Listen.
Какой ты ушастый, обалдеть. Там столько всяких шумов в этом лесу. Или где они там находятся. Нету. Все равно заметил. Ну и все, игра зависла.
Hear that?
Бежать, остаться. Бежать. Остаться поймают все равно. Тогда хоть сбежим. Вроде как удалось, да? Судя по загрузке. Удалось убежать. Ой, какие же долгие загрузки в этой игре. Я бы не сказала, что там что-то очень крутое такое грузится. Железный ствол. Эпизод такой длинный довольно. Получается. И снова
Lord
Итан.
Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forrester lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
And what will they call me?
That is for you to define as the new lord. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forrester lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forrester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Это типа советник, что ли?
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move. Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
I've done nothing
Что
wrong. I
случилось?
was only trying to survive.
Lord Ethan.
Кто этот человек?
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed. We all fucking know it.
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
Это плохо.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Он правду говорит.
Is what Sir Royland said true?
Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if
Не,
you're
он
taking what's
говорил о том,
yours
что
by
ты
right.
оружие воруешь.
I've a family to feed. They're not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy. Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
Вместе мы выживем.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
Тоже верно.
You
Да
must
хватит
dress
его
him as
бить, ты чё?
Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
The men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will
Эти
not
двое
permit
вечно спорят. Один добрый, другой строгий. То есть мне сейчас решить придется, да? Трубить ему 3 пальца или нет?
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord.
Править
My
на
family
севере,
depends on me.
править на стену. И 3 пальца. Блин, такие глазенки. С одной стороны, он обворовывал, значит, он делал плохо, потому что то есть реально он создавал угрозу. Править на стену, но с другой стороны, ну, семья. Большая ответственность. Семья не виновата. Поэтому давайте. Ай, черт с ним, милосердие.
Our house tends to its people. See, this man is paid and his family is fed. Lord Ethan, you are truly a merciful and noble lord.
My lord, this man is a criminal. A brazen thief.
Служит нашему дому.
He still serves House Forrester and deserves our protection.
Это точно.
He's a rat in our grain stores.
Он больше не будет.
My lord, we must speak about our gold reserves. Soon.
My lord, I thank you for the mercy you've shown me. I will never forget my debt to you and to this house.
Так он нам лучше послужит на самом деле, чем... Ай, без 3 пальцев-то. Ну, это, конечно, не с каждым человеком прокатывает.
But a lord must mete out punishment when it's not just yourself, of course. You can weigh on any lord.
Мне не гложет
Did
совесть.
what I had to do, and it didn't bother me.
Да.
You heard what the
Меня
thief said.
стыдить.
I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side.
Ну, если второй раз случится, другой разговор.
Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and
Кого бы вы
experience.
выбрали?
Who do you think I should choose?
There are 2 capable men for the role. They
Эти
both
двое,
want the job, but
которые
neither
спорят
thinks
все
very
время.
highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Сделаю
I'll
верный
make the
выбор.
right choice as Sentinel.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene a small council, my
Уверен
lord.
в себе. Настоящий лорд. Ну, что такой симпатичный. Косятся оба такие. Выбери меня, выбери меня. Ладно. В общем, нам предстоит сделать довольно-таки интересно. Я так полагаю, этот выбор повлияет на последующие действия и решения, которые будут приниматься в этом доме. Ну, давайте мы его оставим на потом, на следующую серию. В принципе, события разворачиваются интересно. Ничего особенного пока что не происходит. Долгая такая завязка, скажем так. Но, в принципе, интересно. Ладно. Думаю, что дальше будет интереснее, когда вот уже, не знаю, события попрут. Я надеюсь, что они попрут. Иначе будет вообще скучно. Ну да ладно. На этом все. Увидимся в следующей серии. Всем спасибо, кто смотрел. С вами была Марина. И всем пока.